Welcome back to Weems Motor Co. So they say the time to buy it is when you see it. And man, I really hope that I don't have buyer's remorse. Stick around. So last week I was driving around Florida, doing some errands, picking up some things, making some phone calls, looking for some cool old Triumph parts for the Born Free build, which you guys have been seeing the videos that have been going on with that. It's going amazing. So making some phone calls, looking for these parts, and talking to a guy on the phone. He's like, hey, you might want to reach out to this guy by the name of Scott. He owns a shop over in Dade City, Florida called Iron Horse Works, and word on the street is that this guy has a lot of cool old Triumph parts and a lot of cool old Triumph motorcycles and everything too. So as I'm on the phone, I call the guy up and he's like, yeah, I'm located right here. And I was like, dude, I'm only like 15 minutes away. Can I stop into your shop and kind of look around, see what you got, and see if there's something that I could use on my project? And he was like, yeah, no problem, stop in. So I swung in there, and man, talk about a mecca of cool old British motorcycle stuff and a lot of cool Triumph stuff. Guy's got the same heart as me. He loves pre-unit Triumphs, but he's got a plethora of other really cool bikes and stuff that's at his shop. And as I was looking around, started noticing some bikes that have always held a dear place in my heart. And I was just kind of getting motivated because I've always wanted to build one of these motorcycles, and he had one sitting out back that was in the right price range, that was in the condition that Weems Motor Co. always likes, which is not good. And we struck up a deal, and I said, hey, I'll be back next week. I got to grab my trailer, got to get some time. And so that's what we're doing today. We're heading up to Iron Horse Works shop in Dade City, Florida, and we're going to be picking up a 1954 Triumph Terrier. Now, the Triumph Terrier is a really cool motorcycle. Matter of fact, 1954 was the very first year they did it. It's essentially a Triumph Cub, just a smaller CC version. The Terriers came in a 150cc single cylinder, no frills, nothing amazingly performance-wise about them, but I've just always been drawn to them. I've always wanted to build a small displacement GP race bike. Now I'm talking like 200 cc's and below, and that's why I was looking at like the Triumph Cubs and stuff. So that's the plan with this project. We're gonna go pick it up. I didn't really look at it that close. I got down close enough to look at the numbers on the side of the motor and noticed that pretty much everything's there. When I say everything, it's like at least all the big parts are there. So we're gonna go grab it up, gonna pick it up, get it back to Weems Motor Co. And hopefully we don't have that buyer's remorse. And also on the flip side, I didn't tell my wife that I'm buying another motorcycle. We'll see how that goes over. Yeah, let's just wait and find out. Stick around.
Tell me, baby, what's a man? Oh, what's a man? What's a man got to do? Yeah, what's a man got to do to get a woman like you? To get a woman like you?
If you need a hand, let me know. I'll take a ride with you, man. I'm retired.
You gotta bring your own bib.
I got that.
Gotta bring your own bib, man. That's crazy.
Let me get over here so the light's in our face here. All right, so we made it out to Iron Horse Works in Dade City. Got my good friend Mr. Scott here with us. He is the owner, operator, curator, restorer, custom builder,
Chief Chump in charge.
the chief man in charge here at the shop. And if you're ever up in this area of Florida, like the mid-Florida area, you definitely got to stop in, especially if you like vintage motorcycles, whether it's British bike. Well, a lot of British bikes here.
Yeah.
A lot of British bikes. But got to check them out. A lot of cool stuff. So Scott, tell us what you doing up in this neck of the woods.
Just got tired of the rat race in Tampa and moved up here about 18 years ago, and you know, I'm like it in the woods.
I'm stuck in the middle of the rat race of Tampa and all the bad traffic and everything. It's horrible.
Your rat race ain't getting any better.
Well, look at this guy. That is a shop dog right there, man. That's a big boy right there. So as we were talking a little bit earlier, you had this really cool 1950, early 50s Triumph Terrier, and do you have any background story on it, like where it came from or anything like that?
It was an old fella up in Inverness. Him and his brother used to flat track racing.
Oh, really? Cool.
And his other bike, I had bought the pair. They were both, you know, getting up there in age, and I had bought the pair and, you know, helped them out. Since sold the flat tracker to someone who went and is still flat tracking.
That would have been awesome to have the
it was a little beast. And then this one here, I just kind of kept for parts and stuff, but got to thin the herd.
It's part of it, and it's going into the right hands, because I've always wanted to build a small single-cylinder Triumph, and kind of my goal of it is to do a small CC GP bike. And just something cool. Maybe take it to Barber, take it around the track for a couple of laps. I think it might be something fun to do.
Don't be in a hurry, get some pedals.
And I'm not going to be in a hurry to get it fixed up either, because I've talked to a few buddies and they're like, man, you might be getting yourself in over your head. They said these little single-cylinder Triumphs are fun to work on.
They're quirky. There was a reason, though. I mean, those were the most manufactured motorcycles for almost 50 years, until the Honda, of course, came out. Mm-hmm. Mostly to the islands, where they had very small CC ratings.
Yeah. Right.
In fact, the largest Triumph owners group in the world is actually in the island of Bermuda.
Bermuda.
There's more Triumphs per capita in Bermuda than there is in the United States.
I've heard it was something to do with when motorcycles first came out. Some doctor was on a horse and a motorcycle came by and it bucked him off the horse, and he ended up passing away. So they passed this law that only so many CCs were allowed on
150 CCs in the islands. A lot of them used to come here to the States and buy all the 200 cylinders and 200 engines, and then throw them in the 150 frames. So you were the big dog, because you had a 200.
Kind of like putting a big bore kit on.
There you go.
That's cool. That's a cool idea. Well, let's check out this bike. We're going to go around, check out your shop, and see all the cool stuff. So you guys stick around. You know, it's a small motorcycle when the dog is bigger than it is. All right, well, Scott, thank you so much, sir. We have another project on the table, something that's lined up to get done. It's going to be a good time. But thank you so much. And you guys, get a chance, come up here, Dade City, or just on the outskirts, right off of I-75. Check out Scott's shop. They can find you online. Where do we find you at?
Ironhorse.net.
Ironhorse.net. And
Webpage sucks, but it's got the contact on there anyway.
the webpage might suck, but the shop doesn't suck at all. So that's where the good content is. Stop in here, check them out. Thanks again, Scott. Appreciate it, buddy.
Good luck with that.
So, baby, do you love me?
I do.
How much do you love me?
It depends. What'd you do?
Come on.
Tell me about another motorcycle. I'm walking out of the house. Not the marriage, the house. Bye.
You love me?
You're ridiculous.
Come here, baby. Come here. It's a pretty little bike, isn't it?
No.
No? It's a 1954 Triumph Terrier.
Okay.
They only made them for 3 years. It's a 105cc little
Okay.
small bike.
Okay.
All right. All right. Well, that didn't go as bad as I expected it to go. Luckily, my wife, she's amazing. She loves me. She supports my hobbies. She supports the Weems Motor Co. vision and the business and everything that goes along with it. But I wanted to show you guys a little bit more intimate details of the bike, but also the real cool piece of resistance that's going to be used on this bike. Hopefully, it's going to be a long-term project, but what I have, as AJ's sitting around sniffing the new memorabilia here, is an original racing fairing that was raced in Daytona way back in the 70s. Super cool, made for a small CC bike. It's gonna be going on to the little Terrier. Plan is to do a little GP bike, man. I would really like to get into vintage AMHRA racing, maybe do a class. How cool would it be to be able to take that bike, get it all souped up for racing, and take it around the track at Barber? Man, that would be a huge goal. Let's go check out the bike. Well, folks, that's gonna about wrap up this video. Thanks for hanging out with us today. If you're new around here, jump down, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up, turn those notifications on, and let everyone know what's going on right here at Weems Motor Co. Peace.